This is another concept that we need to know for understanding national income concepts. The sectors of an economy can also be divided under this category: household sector, producing sector, government sector, and external sector. Now, households are the owners of the factors of production. Land, labor, capital, and organization, and they are the buyers also. So households possess all the factors of production, and thereby they supply to the producing sector in return of factor payments like wage, interest, rent, and profit. And households buy the goods produced by the producing sector or firms, because they receive money from the firms for the factor payments. So they spend the money on the goods. So they are consumers of the produce of the firms. Now, firms are the buyers of the factors of production, and they produce and sell the goods to the households if it is a two-sector economy. If it is a three-sector economy, then they will sell also to government. Firms will sell to households, sell to government, and sell also outside the country if it is a four-sector economy. So firms are the producers and buyers of factors of production owned by the household. Now, government is also a buyer as well as a producer. Government undertakes so many economic activities, and in the process, government buys various goods and services produced by the firms. So, buyer from that point of view. Producer, because government has many public sector undertakings. For example, in Indian context, we have many public sector undertakings at the central level and at the state level. So, they produce goods and services. For example, BSNL, ONGC, oil, MTNL, WELL, these are all government enterprises, and they are also involved in economic activities. So, government is also a producer. Foreign sector has two components: exports and imports. Many goods and services produced inside the country are sold outside, exports. Likewise, many goods and services produced outside the country are bought and sold inside the country. We call them imports. So, these three players of the economy, households, firms, government, in a four-sector economy have trade relations with the rest of the world in terms of exports and imports. But there is another component which we call capital. It's not only that exports and imports of goods and services take place during a year. There is a movement of capital also from one country to another country. Foreign sector will involve exports and imports of goods and services as well as capital movements. Now, at the basic level, generally we consider the two-sector economy, households and firms. Then government can come in, it becomes a three-sector economy, and if all the four sectors and their interactions, their interplays are taken into account, then it becomes a four-sector model. So we need to specify, economists specify in the beginning itself, whatever they are saying from 2-sector perspective or 3-sector or 4-sector model.